Down and Dirty. Tips and tricks for keeping your plane out of the shop. Starring Steve's Dirty Hands. Today, reinforce the easy part of the wing.
The Hands are back. Today we're here with a wing from a 3D plane, and these things typically all have huge ailerons in the back, which are kind of floppy. They're made of foam. So here's a way that you can protect the aileron and the back corner of it should you have some kind of impact like this at the same time. Almost all these planes have a rear edge that's at least 3 millimeters wide, so you can take a 1x3 easily and glue it onto the back edge thusly with contact cement. Real easy to do, makes this thing a whole lot stronger and stiffer. Okay, the first thing you want to do is put a tooth on your carbon fiber. So we do that with a piece of sandpaper. Heavy sandpaper is good, and you can just hold it down with a couple of fingers and sand it like so. You can hold your sandpaper a different way if you want, but this is the way I like to do it because it's easy to control. And then I can just flip it around and do this side. And there we are. You wonder how my fingers get black, huh? We clean off our strip and we're ready to go. So this is the sanded side. This one's shinier. So you can glue the rod or the edge of the wing. Take your pick. One thing we use is little guides to help us keep this thing right on the edge. So I just took an angle off the very edge of these little pieces of wood, and you can clamp them on if you have little clamps that won't squish your foam, or tape them on. Just something to help you keep this thing from sliding off while you're working on it, right? Put one on each end, and now we're ready to go. So we need to glue this and then transfer the glue from this to this, one side to the other. And to make handles for this little baby, you just take a piece of tape and then fold it over, leaving 3 millimeters of it exposed at the end, and then that gets stuck onto the rod. So now I have handle on my shiny side, and this is my glue side. To get the glue on, I tape this down next to a straight edge so I can use it to run my finger down as a guide. And then apply a bead of glue evenly down the rod. I'm checking out how much glue is on there in the reflection to make sure that I have an even bead going down. Probably better to go away from yourself like this so you can see how much glue you're leaving on the rod. Alright, now we have our glue all the way down the rod. We pick our rod up and we transfer the glue. So just make sure we get it between our holders there and down here. The guides. It's our spiritual guide. And then it's good to use something like a cloth to pick up some of that there excess. And then we rub it down to transfer the glue from here onto the wing. And then pick your piece up and let the two get tacky. Take off any big excess blobs that are right at your corners here. And if necessary, you can smooth it out with a piece of rod like this. Alright, and now we just let these get tacky like tape. Okay, so we let it dry. My elapsed time was about 2 minutes. And then we apply it. Now you have to be careful because it's going to stay where it first makes contact. So you're not going to be able to move it around. You want to get it in the right place the first time. And there it is, right? So now I just rub it down. Let's get rid of all this stuff, and then I can more easily rub it down right to the ends. You can use a stick to rub this down, like this. Just don't go crazy, you'll crush your foam. If you want to clean this up, you can do that by putting on and pulling off some masking tape to get excess glue off there, right? The time to do it is right away. As soon as you glue that baby on, you want to do this, because if you let the glue cure, it's going to be more difficult to get off. So this will take you about 5 minutes to just put on and take off masking tape. Use a fresh piece whenever you need to keep pulling the glue off. Other than that, you're done. You got a stronger, less flexible aileron. Go have some fun. I'll see you on the flight line.
Woohoo!